Hello, welcome everyone to this new episode where I review my league races in LRC. So this is gonna be the first actual race of the season in LRC, and it's gonna be in Australia. I'm gonna show you first the qualifying lap I did. And here, as you can see, we take turn 1 pretty well. Then we get the exit, we get a pretty good exit. We hug the right side to minimize the time and the distance. We brake pretty well for this corner as well. A bit far off the apex, but the traction out of here is a bit better than the apex before. We negotiate those corners pretty well as well. And now into this corner we take it pretty well. We could have gone a bit more aggressive on the outside curb. But overall this lap until now is pretty good. We hugged the left side here to minimize the distance as well. And we brake right before the 50-meter board. We don't hop over the curb this time, as we might have done in previous qualifying practice sessions. But now we go pretty well on that curb on the outside, managing to not get a track limit. So it was really on the limit. The braking here is very good. We get to the apex perfectly, get the traction down, the power down, sorry, for very good traction out of the last corner. And it looks like it's gonna be a 117.4, which puts us in P2. But as you saw, 7 tenths behind Lomano. So that was a decent run from us, but Lomano was much faster than us this race. So then we had the restart after the race, and then we look at how our start is gonna go, and 5 lights, and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix. And we get a pretty good start, but then we realized we have no force feedback, so we kinda had to pause and come back to the game real quick. As behind there looks like it's gonna be a lot of carnage. We see a yellow flag and a few cars spinning off.
What?
And yeah, it's a virtual safety car in the first lap of the race, which of course is not gonna prompt anyone to just pit, because even the soft runners would lose out in this situation. So yeah, but now it transforms itself into an actual safety car. Which still doesn't change too much the situation for the soft runners and for us and for anyone on the track, to be honest, unless someone had damage. And it's really unlucky for my teammate's Lises, which finds himself at the back of the pack. And yeah, very unlucky start for him to the first race in LRC. Yeah. This is, now we just have to check if anyone's gonna pit, if anyone is gonna change strategy, but it doesn't look like anyone is gonna do that. So now we get ready for the safety car restart. And yeah, here everyone is going a bit slow, maybe a few people getting throttle limited at the start. And yeah, we just get ready, we've warmed up our tires enough. And yeah, I'll let you guys enjoy this restart. So as you could see, we got a decent restart, managing to create a bit of a gap to Loris behind and managing to follow Shadow. But everyone ahead of us is on hard tires, so it makes it a bit more complicated for us, for them to be faster than me, on the traction zones at least. But it seems like they're carrying each other like pretty well on straight lines. So yeah, I'm not willing to waste too much energy at the start of this race because it's simply not worth it. But then you can see a big moment for Shadow, and it wasn't too far off clattering the wall. And then here Lomao goes very slow there and locks the rear tires, and I had to do the same to avoid making contact with him as I try and scare him a bit off the apex there, but yeah, not much success in that. And yeah, we still now manage to hold the position to Shadow behind, and it looks like now it's yeah, it's that phase of the Grand Prix where we start to settle a bit into race pace, and yeah, that's basically what it is for now. Just trying to follow Lomao now, and yeah, our strategy was gonna be medium soft for this race. There's quite a few tracks that actually allow that this year. And yeah, as you can see in the background while I'm explaining this, there's a virtual safety car. No, I think this is good for the soft runners if they decide to actually pit. But the safety car is now ending, and I don't think anyone close to us has pitted. I think 1 or 2 cars might have pitted there. And we go and we have not the best restart there, as we lose a bit of time to Lomao now. And yeah, just now trying to follow him, not farm warnings, try to keep it clean, trying to keep it to track limits. And yeah, that's basically what we're trying to do now. Yeah, and we're not doing it very well because that's already our second warning, but now we try and waste a bit of ERS to keep in touching distance from Lomao. And yeah, now it's basically just a bit of a DRS trail as we skip ahead, and we see Loris now in second place. So there was a bit of contact between me and him. So yeah, I'm not sure if it was there already, but I remember there was we had a bit of contact between the both of us. And now I try to spend a bit of battery to see if I can get the move done, but I can't because Lomao has a bit lower wings than me. And yeah, I'm not gonna try and just rush the move because there's no need to do that for me at the moment. But what this is doing is allowing the soft runners behind to keep in distance, to keep in the DRS zone. As we can see now, Versagen and MaxCon are pretty close to us. So yeah, maybe this is not the best for us at this point in time during the race, but yeah, now it's just a matter of trying to follow and maybe getting a move done if we have the opportunity. But as you can see here, Lomao and Loris going side by side throughout the chicane, and yeah, this is not very good for Lomao at this moment because yeah, he's losing a bit of time there compared to Afari, and then we could have maybe gone for the move, but we should have gone on the outside of the track, and yeah, we could have gotten prompted an illegal overtake. So yeah, maybe not the best for us, but yeah, we try and keep really close to Loris's bumper. We waste a bit of ERS, but it's quite not enough, and we just have to lift off a bit to not bump into Loris. And as we have a big moment there, I reckon that might be just the tires dropping off already as we head into lap 9. And yeah, this makes us lose 1 position, but we try and get it back from Versagen. Versagen is still on old hards, on old softs, so it's not that easy for him to get the traction down there. But we get the move done. And now we see Loris is 1.4 seconds ahead, so that means we are out of the DRS zone, which is not good, especially around Australia. But then we skip ahead and we see we are 0.7, so 7 tenths behind Loris. And yeah, it just looks a bit better from this angle for our finishing position. But now we skip to lap 11 and we see Loris is pitting. So Loris is getting rid of his soft tire, possibly going to the mediums. We just have to see what he does, and just try and push. But we get a bit of understeer there, so our tires are suffering at this point. Okay, 40 laps on the mediums, and nice. This moment was quite funny as we saw Shadow spilling behind. Jeez. And not the best for his race, but it made for a good clip to then share with the other drivers. But then we see the virtual safety car coming out. And what does this mean for our race?
I reckon Arts.
It is not very good, okay?
Yeah.
Because now there's 14 laps left.
Yeah.
And
so you need to go
Loris just pitted. So he just pitted for hards, so he doesn't need to pit again. So we'll see
at the end.
what we can do, okay? We'll see what we can do. And we decide to pit, I believe, for hards, but we're gonna get the confirmation in just a bit. As you can see already on top that the virtual safety car is ending, and the virtual safety car is now in. Okay, we've chosen the hard tire, and now you will see on the pit exit we don't go as fast as we should have, because I thought it was like still on virtual safety car, and I'm not even full power, and then I realized, oh shit, we're not on virtual safety car anymore. So then I lose a bit of time, and that makes me fight with Loris, and I was on cold tires, so I didn't want to outbrake myself, so I just let him go. I try to keep it clean, and for now just we're gonna try and follow Loris and maybe get the move done if we manage to be faster than him, have a better pace than him, but it's gonna be tough. We now have DRS, so it makes it a bit easier for us to just follow him around, while keeping a 2-second gap behind to MaxCon. MaxCon and Loris both have a 3-second penalty, and now you can see I go for the move there, and then we make a bit of contact. Okay, this is the contact I talked about at the start of the video. It was here and not when I mentioned it. So I was a bit pissed off for that, because there was not much I could have done like different. But then I get the position back, so it's all good there. I get the power down, and now it's a bit of a charge to the front, even though Le Mans and Ferrari are just way too far, and there's like nothing I can do to catch them at this point. But we just try and keep a good pace, good consistent pace, and basically try and not get MaxCon into this fight. At this point I was willing to work with Loris and allow us both to just go forward and not losing too much time, which we were doing for a bit. And now we skip to lap 18, and there's gonna be another surprise, which is another safety car. Okay, with Blazer DNFing there, it wasn't very good for us. We were on the hard, and so was Loris, so was MaxCon. So we had to choose, do we go for mediums or softs? Okay, this was a tough choice, and in hindsight I should have pitted. We chose to stay out, and a Ferrari pits for softs as Le Mans stays on track. Okay, Le Mans stayed on track on old mediums, and I stayed on track with old hards. I mean, kind of new hards, to be honest. They're like 3 or 4 laps old. So after that we get ready for the restart, knowing that everyone behind us is on fresh soft, so it's gonna be very tough for us to hold on to our position, and the grip difference is gonna show itself in later stages of this race. But now we prepare to try and follow Le Mans for the restart. The restart is pretty decent, but we're not going for a move in turn 1. obviously that would be just too rushed, and turn 1 is not a very good overtaking spot in Australia. Yeah, so now we try and spend a bit of battery to keep close to Lomao and put a bit of pressure on him. Try and maybe force him into a mistake, as we see Afari trying to poke his nose on the inside of that corner, and it doesn't quite work out for him. But now, yeah, as I said, just try and keep our race clean, not farm penalties, even though we were a bit phased off by the contact with Loris and we lost a bit of focus there. And also realizing that we might have made a mistake there, not pitting. So yeah, I wasn't in the calmest of situations at this point, but yeah, just trying to follow Lomao around and yeah, see if both of us can either work together to kind of defend from the people behind on fresh softs, or just one of us like just carrying each other. And yeah, but it was easier said than done, because there you could see on the exit Afari was already just behind me, and thanks to the DRS I managed to keep the position. Slipstream also helped me there, and yeah, we managed to keep this fight alive for a bit more time, but yeah, not much we can do, and the grip difference is just enormous. Afari can manage to brake 5 or 10 meters later and still get a good exit, so not much we could do at this point. It was just a bad strategy we were on, a bad choice we did of not pitting basically. And here, yeah, every time we got overtaken we just thought, okay, what I thought at the time was, okay, I need to follow him, because if he's on soft he's gonna have better pace than me, and yeah, I need to follow. I need to get carried around basically. But now you see Loris going for the move and he actually tags Afari. While Afari rejoins the track, we go wide, trying to make some place for him, and we get overtaken by MaxCon there, double overtake from MaxCon, and Afari is still on our inside. We managed to have a clean turn this time, and yeah, MaxCon still gets the position. He gets P3 with 6 seconds of penalties, so yeah, he's not gonna get P3 on track as it stands, but yeah, for now, not the best. And we do this mistake, okay, we go a bit too wide on the last corner under pressure from Afari on the new softs, and we get ourselves a 3 second penalty, which is not good, okay, not good, because it will count towards total race time. And yeah, as we are all quite close to each other, it is not the best for us. Yeah, 3 seconds of penalties can make you lose like 2, 3, 4 positions. It's really easy to lose positions because of penalties. But now we kinda had to waste battery to keep ourselves alive and keep us in the race, because MaxCon managed to create a gap of already 7 to 8 tenths within like 1 lap, which wasn't good for us. We needed to stay in DRS. We needed to get carried around, as I mentioned before, and there we're just gonna let Afari go. We brake a bit earlier to not crash with him. We make a bit of contact still, such is the grip difference between old hards and new softs. I mean, those compounds are, yeah, the new softs are just basically time trial grip. They're just way more effective, especially for, yeah, just a few laps. As now we try and fall over second around after he gets the pass, the overtake done on us, and yeah, I wasn't expecting myself to fall back this much, especially after the pace I had in Australia, which was quite unexpected, as I didn't practice as much as I could, and yeah, I mean, now there's like a lot of chaos in front of us, as there has been contact between Loris and Lomao, and now Versailles and Lomao going quite slow here, but we managed to keep out of trouble, and Versailles goes deep. We get the position on him, and then we get just on the back of Lomao, as his tires are probably dead already. So yeah, but even with DRS, it's very tough to get close to him. such are his wings and his DRS management, and we get another 3-second tag penalty. This is not good. This is not looking good. We are not focused. We are not. We're not racing as we should. And you can even see by the gear selection there. I was in 5th for no reason, to be honest. Like, I was really not focused. But we saw Maxcon was flashing right ahead of us, and here this happens, and I got tagged by Vasengan, which is unlucky. I mean, I've talked to him, and I understand why that happens. It's really, I mean, the grip difference between new softs and old hards is is quite important, and we ended up getting tagged there. I mean, those are things that happen. Not much to say about that. But it's just a shame, basically, that the contact with Loris and Versailles happened. But I think we probably wouldn't have gotten a better result. Such were the penalties and the tire difference. The mistake I did with strategy with not pitting was what ruined my race. Getting a P6 here, P6 or P7. I think it ended up being a P6 or P5 at the end after the penalties were awarded. It's the best I could have done. So I want to thank you all for watching this league race review, and I'll see you next time.